Hey guys, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Flower Beauty. I've been trying out a bunch of products for the past like 3-ish weeks, I believe, and I have them all on my face today so I can show you guys, but we're going to talk about the best and the worst of everything that I've tried. So if you're interested in that, keep watching, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. So I picked up 9 products. I have the foundation, I have the powder, the blush. This is like the blush balm, I think, and then the setting spray, mascara, a glitter shadow, lip liner, the Wanderlust palette, and then 2 of the lip butters. So actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 10 if you count 2 shades of one of them, but 9 different products. So I'm just gonna go in the order of how I applied them and talk about the details of each one. The first product is this. It is the Light Illusion Foundation. This does have SPF 15 and I have it in the shade Natural Beige M1. So I just have the Ulta website pulled up, which I will link everything that I mentioned today down below in the bottom bar in case you're looking for it. But this retails for $13.99 and it comes in 12 different shades. And it says, Flower Beauty's Light Illusion Liquid Foundation is the perfecting veil of buildable coverage. Light Illusion is a breakthrough foundation that achieves the impossible, provides you with the coverage you desire to smooth and perfect, while imparting your skin with the most flattering, soft luminosity imaginable, all with the weightless nude skin feel. Imperfections and uneven skin tone are diminished. Only a flawless, smooth, and incredibly natural complexion is revealed. Available in 12 skin perfecting shades. So this is $13.99, which I feel like is like pretty common for the drugstore at this point, and the shade range is pretty terrible if you ask me. The shade works pretty well for me. I feel like I got it to blend into my skin pretty nicely, so that wasn't an issue, but I do think that there's gonna be a lot of people who can't find a shade in this foundation. I do like the way that it feels. It has a very nice light feeling. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey or anything like that. I'm gonna pop the footage of me applying it in here so that you guys can see. I did 1 full layer, which really evened out my skin tone, and then I just added a 2nd layer in the area on my cheeks, which you guys see me do every single time I apply a foundation. It does not matter if the foundation is full coverage, medium coverage, light coverage, whatever. I always apply a 2nd layer just over that area because I do have acne scars from years and years ago. So no matter what I apply, I still apply that extra layer, and it did build really nicely. I feel like it covered everything that I wanted to cover, and it was very buildable, and it didn't get like gross. It didn't pick the product up, nothing like that. I think it looked beautiful. After I put the foundation on, I applied the blush balm, and I have this in the shade Pinched. These retail for $9.99. They come in 6 shades. And it says, a way to give your cheeks a fresh, healthy glow in an instant. Each drop of the Flower Blush Beauty Balm Color Drops is silky and has a lightweight formula that blends seamlessly for a perfect finish every time. This buildable and natural looking blush is available in universally flattering shades that wear beautifully on all skin tones. And I put this on after my foundation, before any powder, and then I also ended up going in with my Chanel bronzer. This is a cream bronzer. So I put this on after I put the blush on, and then I put a little bit more blush on top again. And I think that it applied beautifully. It gave me a nice flush without being like crazy. It was super, super easy to blend out. I believe this is one of their newest products, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. I think the color was stunning, and I think I'm going to need to pick up another one. So this one was one of my favorite products that I tried out of the entire line. Also, you can use your fingers to kind of blend this in. You can also use a brush. If I'm using a cream like this, I like to use a duo fiber brush. This is the Eco Tools Blending and Bronzing Brush, and I actually used this for my Chanel bronzer today, but this works beautifully with cream products if you're trying to blend them in. So there are multiple ways to use this and still get that beautiful finish. You don't have to use a sponge. Today I used my Eco Tools sponge. You can use any medium that you want to apply this, and I think it was super user friendly. After I finished that, I ended up setting my face, which I always like to apply all of my cream products before setting my face. So this is the Miracle Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. This retails for $10.99, And it says, set and perfect your makeup with Flower Beauty's Miracle Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. Apply to your T-zone or anywhere you want to stay matte and provide an optical blurring effect. Use after makeup application to set your look or use alone to help minimize shine and the appearance of pores for a flower flawless finish. So as you can see, I applied this with a brush. One of my biggest things that I hate about this is the packaging. This is so incredibly bulky, especially when the product is sitting from like here down. So it could be way smaller. And then this whole outer area, why is this existing? And this is so bulky. I don't understand why this has to be so big. Just to kind of give you some perspective, this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's a very like known powder. So it's a little bit shorter, but then you can put this on here and you can see the Flower Beauty all the way around. Like this is just so bulky. Not only that, but this has 0.28 ounces in it and this has 1 ounce. So this has like a third, between a quarter and a third of the product that this one has. So I just do not understand. This is not worth the money. I enjoyed it, but it's as expensive as, yeah, it's $10.99. And this one I think is like what, third? Hold please. Okay, well that was perfect timing because I wanted to look up the pricing of it and then my camera died. So we're back. So the Laura Mercier is slightly less expensive per ounce than the Flower Beauty is. Like, what? In what world are we paying more for a drugstore product than we are for high-end? That is just asinine in my opinion. So I have been loving this one. It's the Laura Mercier Glow version. I love this one. And I just did a full video on it, which I will link up here. I really enjoyed the Flower Beauty one, but this packaging sucks straight up. And why is it more expensive? Why are you getting such little amounts of product in this? I just think that that is not okay. And it looks like you're getting a lot of product because the packaging is so bulky and you're not. So I did enjoy it, but I will not repurchase because I can buy something that's high-end that I enjoyed more for less money. I'm done with that rant. Okay, let's move on. The next product I put on my face was the Seal the Deal Long Lasting Setting Spray, and this is the matte finish one. This retails for $10.99, and it says, Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Long Lasting Setting Spray creates a sweat-proof and rub-resistant barrier that maintains your makeup for a fresh, just-applied look that lasts all day. The invisible formula will keep your skin looking beautifully matte all day long. Control the mist with our custom spray for the most comfortable application. So when I first tried this, I was shocked at how fine the mist is. So this is one that I love. It's the Milani. And most sprays that I've used spray just like this, like you just have like one option. This one does have an option. You kind of like spray it down and it continues to spray. Anyway, it is such a fine mist that I feel like I have to use a lot of it, which I don't like that aspect of it. It does smell good. It's a little bit perfumey, but not bad in my opinion. I did like it. I think it's a reasonable price. It is about the same price. I believe the Milani one I think is $9.99. This is $10.99. This one has 3.4 ounces. This one has 2.03 ounces. So you get more product for just like $1 more. So this is a good price for the drugstore, unlike that powder. So I did like this. I will continue to use this. I would repurchase this. This is a good product from Flower. After that, I moved on to eyes and I used the Wanderlust palette. This is a very interesting palette. It looked different online, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this photo, but maybe I will just insert a photo of it or something if editing Sarah can see that you guys can't see that. But it just looked a little bit different to me than it does in person. There is only one matte shade, which is this nice transition shade, which I did like it. There's quite a bit of fallout, but it is a nice shade. It's a really pretty like brown transition shade that you can throw into your crease. You can wear only that and get away with it. But I found that when I'm trying to create an actual look, I had a hard time because I had no other shades to build anything up because everything else is shimmery. This black shade with the glitter is what I ended up building up my outer view with. I could use this as liner, but it does have a shimmer. It's not matte. And Everything else was just like, like I didn't mind them. I ended up using this purple on my eyes today. I used the pink in my inner corners. I used this gold shade on my lids. I've tried every shade in here. I just don't see how I would use all of these shades in the future. So this palette for me personally is a pass. I think if you're looking for some really nice lid shades only, then maybe, but this is not a palette that I could see myself traveling with because it doesn't have everything I need to create a look. I mean, I created this look with essentially just this, but it's just not something that I would normally create a look with. I also don't like that there's, I also don't like that there's not a mirror. I really need a mirror when I have an eyeshadow palette. I just feel like it makes things so much easier. But this does retail for $10.99. And this is also an Ulta exclusive. So it says, Flower Beauty's Wanderlust eyeshadow palette gives you 3 city-inspired looks in the perfect sized palette. Curated by Drew Barrymore, this palette features chic neutrals, earthy tones, and bold shimmer. 6 pans of shimmer and matte blend together to bring to life the beauty of downtown dusk in Austin, the nightlife of Manhattan, and the glamour of the Hollywood Hills. I personally would not buy this again if I was given the option. If you're looking for shimmers and that's kind of what you're missing in your collection and these shades are calling to you, by all means, buy it. They're not bad, they blended easily, they're pigmented, they're pretty shadows. This is just not a palette that I'm going to reach for because there's so many other palettes that can give me what I need in a smaller size. For instance, this is just the one that's sitting in front of me right now. This is the Urban Decay Aphrodisiac palette, which I did a full video on the collection, which I'll link up here. But this has 3, this is also a 6-pan palette, and it has 3 mattes, and it has this nice deep chocolatey brown shade, which is a matte, which is so nice because you can build up your outer corner, you can use it as liner, anything you want. And then these 2 sheets is a really nice one to just set everything down. And then you have Beyond, which is a nice transition shade. Then you have these 3 shades that you can use as your shimmer shades. You can build stuff up. One of them is a nice light, and then the 2 are darker, and then a little pop of purple. So this, and it has a mirror, which is really nice. So this to me is a great palette to travel with. It has everything I need to create multiple looks and everything that I need for a go-to look. This, not so much, in my opinion. All right, after I used the palette, I went in with this, which is the Warrior Glitter Shadow. I have this in the shade Blade. This has 6 shades and they retail for $10.99 each. This really reminded me of the Stila Glitter Shadow. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it does have this nice doe foot applicator. And when you put it on, it has a pretty nice amount of pigment and glitter all in one. You will see as I'm applying it that I left my lids closed and kind of fanned them so that it could dry and set before I opened it and got it all over the place. I love this. I think the shade is gorgeous. $10.99 is such a good price to pay for something like this. Like the Stila ones, I always think they're so pretty, but I just know I'm not gonna get my money's worth out of it because I don't wear a really bold glitter shadow very often at all. It's just not in my makeup look. So I think this was a good price point for it. I think it's gorgeous. It stayed all day when I put it on. It had a little bit of glitter fallout, but nothing awful. This says, now shadow goes fierce. Flower Beauty's Warrior Glitter Shadow is a cream shadow packed with glitter for your perfect warrior look day or night. One swipe is enough for intense payoff. Comes in multiple gorgeously glittery shades. The shades of this are so pretty. This was kind of the one that I thought I'd get the most use out of it, which I still agree with. I think it's so pretty, it's so glittery, it stayed in place, it was super easy to apply. You can literally just apply it with the doe foot and kind of wipe off one of the sides on the side of the tube, apply it with one end, flip it over with the side you rubbed everything off of, and then kind of blend it out. You can even pat it in with your finger if you need to blend it farther, but this is so good. I really, really love it. The next product I tried was the Petal Pout Lip Liner. I have this in the shade Beige, and this retails for $6.99. It says, Flower Beauty's Petal Pout Lip Liner smooth creamy formula gives you weightless definition that glides on comfortably and stays put. Infused with vitamin E to nourish lips, intense color pigments let you define and fill in your lip color. Pair with your favorite Petal Pout lipstick for a fuller lip look that lasts, complete with a built-in sharpener for quick touch-ups on the go. I like the packaging of this. It's super simple. You can twist it up, twist it down, totally fine with that. But when I applied this, I don't know if it's the color that I chose or if it's the formula, but it makes my lips look like they are like have the most dead skin on them ever. They looked kind of like crackly and dry and just kind of gross. So this is the shade I chose, which I do in retrospect, I would have chosen a different shade because it was a little bit light. My lips are just not pigmented at all, and so I decided to choose a really light formula thinking that it would probably match my lips, which it didn't. But I don't know if it's a shade or not because this is great reviews online, but for me personally, it's a pass. Last but not least, I have two of the Ultimate Lip Butters, and I have these in the shades Naked Petal and Rose Petal. And this comes in 6 shades. They retail for $9.99, and it says, Flower Beauty's HydraSilk Ultimate Lip Butter gives you lips as smooth as silk. Flower Beauty's formula contains emollient oils that hydrate and condition lips. Flower Beauty's creamy lipstick gives you intense color payoff and creates an ultra smooth finish, infused with fresh rosewater scent. So I put the shade on Naked Petal. I can't smell it at all, but it does just twist up, twist down. I do like the packaging, but I don't know why this one is the rose one and it will not, like I'll click it shut. I didn't even do anything, I just moved. Like you can just like sit and like wiggle it and it will just pop off. Or if you set it down, it'll pop off. This one is fine, like you can wiggle it, drop it, and it won't fall off. But this one, the rose one, I feel like I wouldn't be able to put this in my purse because the top would fall off and it would end up everywhere. So I'm hoping and thinking that this was just a fluke and that the packaging is normally really good like this one is. But I just figured I would mention that. But this is the rose. This one is the nude, which is what I have on my lips right now. I think both of these colors are really pretty. They're super hydrating. They feel so comfortable all day long, and it's just this nice wash of color without anything crazy. I feel like this is like my perfect lip combo. I am loving it. This is, I would say, my favorite thing from the collection that I tried. I really, really love it. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to tell you guys about the Lash Warrior Mascara. This retails for $9.99 and it comes in 3 shades. It says Flower Beauty's Lash Warrior Mascara gives you extreme lash volume, length, and definition in 3 shades. Get the boldest lashes yet with our coated pure pigments that don't fade, crease, or flake. The exclusive Spiked Warrior brush catches every lash and coats them from root to tip for supercharged dramatic volume. Honestly, this was a pass for me. I try out a bazillion mascaras and this one just didn't do it for me. I have some separation in my lashes on this eye and I don't know why, but I could not fix it and I feel like my lashes look crazy, and that's happened somewhere in my lashes every single time I put this on. It does have a curved wand. The bristles are fine. It's just not, this was just not for me. Whew, that was a lot of talking. I'm going to fly through the products one by one and just tell you guys if I'd recommend it or not, if I liked it or not, the whole deal. Let's do this. Foundation, yes, if you can find your shade, highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. The blush balm, yes and yes and yes. This was so good. Love the color, love the price point. I love the user friendliness of it. If you're looking for a cream blush to try this one out. The powder, total pass. I enjoyed it and I liked it, but I think that there's plenty of high-end ones that I like more, and the fact that it is the same price per ounce as the high-end ones, I would say pass, plus the packaging of it sucks. The palette was a pass for me. It just doesn't create a cohesive look and it's hard to create something with the shadows that are in there. The setting spray, I really enjoyed this. The mist is super fine, so I do feel like I use more of it, but that's okay. It's a good price point. I enjoy it. It makes my makeup last, and that's all that counts. The mascara is a total pass for me. I will not repurchase this, and I will not continue using it. I'm just kind of over it. The lip liner, I want to try this in another shade because it does have such good reviews, but for me, this one at least was a pass. The glitter shadow, I love this. I am going to continue using this. It's so, so, so pretty. If you've been looking at that Stila glitter shadow, I would say try this one out. And then lastly, the lip butters. I am obsessed with these. I do think I'm going to try to exchange this one so that I would be able to carry it around because the packaging is faulty, but I love these and they're so comfortable. So there's I'm kind of like half and half on the products that I would recommend versus not recommend. So I hope that this video helped you in some way or another and help you kind of navigate through Flower Beauty out of the things that I have tried. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know down below if you've tried Flower Beauty, if you want to try it, what your favorite product is, all of those things, let me know down below, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.